what is our opening of the month?
English.
Yeah, English opening. So we are going to see a game played by Magnus Carlsen versus Anand in the English. Magnus plays English a lot. He has played more than 100 games in his lifetime in the English at the top level. So after C4, yeah, there are two normal replies, E5 and C5. Anand goes for C5. This was played in the Tech Mahindra Global Chess League last year. It's like IPL for chess. It'll happen this year also. So E4, E5. C4, C5, knight F3. We call it the symmetrical English because black is basically copying everything white's doing. Knight C3.
That's what happened in mines and Priyanka's game.
Okay. And now white makes a move, Carlsen makes a move which you can't copy. I mean, you can copy, but it will become different after that.
It'll become logicless.
Yeah. So takes, and Carlsen takes back with the knight.
No, it
E6, E4. So
Sir, why E6, sir? Why not just E5?
Then you lose a pawn.
No, how do you lose a pawn? If you
That's
play
a
E5,
base.
your square, this square control is gone. You are anyway losing the square control. So there will be too many holes in the center. So that's why it's better not to push too many pawns. It's not like your E4, E5 games. You've not got the C pawn. You don't have control of the squares. So E6, and then what do you do? E4. So Magnus Carlsen is not playing the G3 bishop G2 setup, which many English games usually go there. He plays E4 and now bishop to B4 by Anand, and Carlsen goes for knight takes, pawn takes, and bishop to D3.
Sir, why not take with the D pawn?
Then you lose
Then
your
queen
queen.
takes, king takes, you can't castle, so it's slightly uncomfortable. No? So this way you can play D5.
Sir, you have isolated pawns.
This one?
Hmm.
That's true. So
Bad.
it's basically a matter of choice, right? Do you want to have a king on D8 or do you want to have a pawn on D7? You can't have everything.
Sir, fake castle.
You can, but it will take time and white's pieces will be there to create some problems. So take this also allows D5 easily. So you're controlling the center more when you take with the B pawn. So now bishop to D3, E5 was played.
You stop E5.
Now the C pawn is there. It appeared out of nowhere. So it's controlling D5 anyway. So he plays E5 and castles by Magnus. Anand also castles. Who is better out of the opening? Neerav, who do you prefer after the opening? Material is equal just based on your overall evaluation. Who do you like more?
Sir, both are equal.
Nobody has any advantage, you're saying. Okay, how many of you feel white is better? How many of you feel black? Okay. Okay,
Someone's
fine.
in you nothing.
Okay. It's nothing to think, just based on your initial impression. That's what I'm asking.
So,
How many of you say black is better? Okay. How many of you say white is better? Okay, fine. So those who say white is better, can you give me 2 reasons why you feel white's better? Both of you.
Sir,
So
you
for me
can,
it's equal.
Okay, those who saying white's better.
you can develop faster all your pieces and it's more open for
Black's
us.
bishop is
Okay.
not that good.
Okay.
And white's bishop can go to g5, replicating the pin on b4.
No, there's no pin here.
No pin,
But yeah, kind of similar thing. Okay, and those who saying black is better, give me 2 reasons why you like black.
Sir, because we can play d5, we can bring the queen
Ha,
in
D5
on-
break is
we
there
can
for black.
open a-
Kavish was saying?
We can bring queen in on a5 and all.
Queen A5. Okay. And where the same?
Our bishop is activated and the black side is kind of open.
Which one? Oh, this?
Yeah, like,
Here.
no, like when you push that, you get the center and the.
Okay.
Sir,
So,
actually
so
D5
can black play D5?
No, sir.
No.
Why not?
Sir, because you
Takes,
take, knight takes, queen takes, then bishop takes h7.
Yeah. At
Queen
the end
gone.
of all that, there is bishop in h7 and the queen will be gone. So there is enough supporters. Defenders are there. 3. I mean 1, 2, 3.
So you can take the knight first, right?
Bishop takes, pawn takes, and then D5. But then you're giving up your nice bishop, so you won't have the bishop pair. But it's an option if you really want to play D5. So let's see what Anand decided. No, Anand castle. So Magnus Carlsen just played H3, just like a quiet move, and now takes happened. Bishop takes, pawn takes, Now the important question: should Anand play d5? What do you think, guys? Calculation is required everywhere.
No.
Why not, Srikanth?
Because after d5,
Takes,
c takes.
c takes,
Uh,
e takes,
yeah.
knight takes.
Then there's bishop e4.
Bishop e4 pin, and if I defend the knight,
If you defend the knight, then the c4.
pawn to c4 and the bishop is gone. But you also have to see what happens after d5, takes, 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 queen takes.
Queen takes, there's bishop g5.
Bishop g5. So basically white will have more active pieces if black opens up the position.
After
Because
bishop g5, you're threatening.
bishop takes and then bishop in h7.
Yeah.
So that's why Anand played only d6. Opening up the position is not good for black at this moment because pieces are not yet active for black. White would have more activity. So d6, and now Carlsen makes a brilliant move here. Brilliant in the sense you can't play any tactical brilliancy here. It's a quiet position. So he plays a positional brilliancy. The next two moves, he takes the game into his hands somewhat. Not like winning advantage, just controls the game with the next two moves. It's a move that nobody will find, even I won't find if you give this to me. Carlsen plays c5, giving up the double pawn. And in return, what did he get?
Getting the double pawn.
No, but it's still down a pawn.
The
He drew f4. That's the reason. To get a square for the bishop, to get active pieces. Anand says, I'm not going to take and help you. You take your double. You take my double pawn. I don't want to keep your extra pawn. And Carlsen says, I'm not going to take. I'm just going to play bishop c2.
Why?
You keep your pawn. I mean, why? Why did he? So because if I take.
Sir, after knight takes e4.
Yeah, the e4 pawn would hang. That's a more important pawn. Right? Good point, Aditya. So bishop c2 takes, and Anand takes here. Because otherwise we would have taken and bishop would have anyway come to f4. So at the cost of one pawn, Magnus Carlsen has a great bishop, another great bishop, the bishop pair, and such a nice bishop, open file, and the pawns are anyway doubled. So the extra pawn for Anand is not really an extra pawn. It's like half an extra pawn, right? So that's why.
Sir, here is plus 0.5.
0.5? No. It's not like that. If I remember correctly, when I analyzed this with the engine, I don't have the engine here. It was like 0.1, 0.2, close to completely equal. Anand brings out his bishop. Carlsen brings his rook to b1. Is white better?
b1.
Black cannot challenge the file. So rook will come to b7. Yeah, the bishop is too strong. h6 by Anand. a4. a5. Is it time to go in? Rook b7 or b6? Which
So
one?
b6.
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 B6, rook c8. Yeah, you're forcing him to defend. Carlsen goes for rook b7.
So but there is nothing on the 7th.
Yeah, that's true. How can we improve this? Like
So you
imagine.
can't go rook d7 now.
But you can go rook c7. No?
But
You
then
can-
rook
b6 would have.
So first you bring this rook here, then you play rook c7 and then you bring the other rook in. It'll take some time, but you just need this move. Rook to b1 and then you can play
And
rook
if he gives
c7.
you rook b1 free, it's all force moves then.
So what should
Only
black do
after-
here?
Or you could even
exchange of rook giving rook to b1 then rook b8. Because two bishops might be kind of better for.
Oh, okay. You want to exchange of both rooks.
Yeah, because
Sir, I think
bishop
we
might be better than bishop. So I think we should remove the
Then
bishop.
the a pawn will be weak. Yeah, that is also.
Wait, no, now there is.
That's also not a. What Kavach is saying is play rook b1 and then rook b8 takes,
It'll be
and this
forced
pawn is
next
weak.
week. Now there is
Yeah.
So Fat
e5.
should I think play knight h5 to remove the bishop.
But I'll keep it on the diagonal, no?
So
Yes.
there is e5.
e5, then the knight jumps to a great square.
Oh.
That
okay,
you should
then-
not do.
I thought e5 and bishop e4, but.
But knight will be attacking the bishop before that. So, anyway, Anand goes for knight h5. Carlsen does not go for bishop h2, he goes for bishop e3.
Why not the exchange?
I mean, just keeping it on a more flexible route. Because if he goes here, and then black plays g5, knight f4, you will have to take. Otherwise, your bishop is just stuck there. So this way, at least he can choose: should I take or not?
Sir,
So-
why not e5?
E5, then you're just getting hit with the f6. No? What? E5, bishop d4. Okay, if you go to e5,
What if then rook d8?
rook d8, which will anyway be there. No, rook d8 anyway you can play.
Why not bishop d6 directly? Yeah.
Bishop d6 is going into a sort of pin with rook d8. No? You don't want to exchange of such a nice rook. So anyway, it's a matter of choice here. Everything is good. White is in a more comfortable position. He goes bishop to e3. And now, after bishop e3, came g5. Preparing to play knight f4. King f2 by Carlsen. Knight to f4. Now Carlsen has to decide, is this knight too strong?
Sir, why
Should
does
we
he
chop
want
it?
two double pawns and two isolated pawns, sir?
So what else should he do? If he just waits, then you can see how white can improve the position. He can move his bishop here, bring his king here, bring his rook also in. So if you just wait, it will become just good for white.
Sir,
No?
can't he play like h5, h4 and then
So for
try to
example,
come to g3
h5, h4.
and then try to come to g3 with the knight?
But how will you play h5, h4 with the knight on h5? You'll have
Sir,
to move it.
the
No?
knight h5.
Then it's too slow. No? So knight h5, for example, I play rook d6. How do you defend? You'll have to play rook c8, right?
So what?
I'll play rook d6.
Right.
You got to defend the pawn. And when you defend the pawn, bishop d4.
Not bishop d4, that's bishop b6.
Bishop b6. You can't defend it. Bishop b6, rook c8. Why bishop b6?
Oh, sorry, I thought that was
Okay, anyway. So rook c8. Then we bring this bishop in. Then the king comes in. It will be too slow to go there. So he goes knight f4 directly. And Carlsen decides to exchange it out. So takes,
You
takes.
know that pawn's weak.
Yeah, so there are two sets of double pawns, but black is upper pawn. One of those pawns is an extra pawn, and material is still same. It's a bishop and two rooks against bishop and two rooks. So chance of draw is still there for Anand, if he can bring his rook to d8 fast. So here Carlsen goes for, what should he go here? What should he do here? Should he go rook d6, forcing Anand to
But
defend?
king f3, that pawn is undefendable.
Yeah, you will get the pawn. He played that. King f3. But Anand has time to bring the rook in. He plays rook to d8. Can someone close the door? Mosquitoes are coming in, I think. Anybody? Rook to d8. So position is now equal. 0.00 from what I remember. Because now one of the rooks will get exchanged. You can't keep everything.
But-
If you move the rook away, then rook d2 comes. So you will have to exchange of the rooks.
Now, if there's rook
Now
takes,
just turn the knob, no? To the right. First close it. First close it properly. No? Yeah. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
there's rook takes rook.
Rook takes, rook takes.
Now there is, then after that there is rook b6.
Rook b6, rook d2.
Oh.
Then his rook becomes active. So
Sir, I think rook takes rook.
rook takes back.
And then
King into
rook
then
a7.
you pawn, yeah.
Rook a7.
No, you first you have to save the bishop, no? Then after you save the bishop, I can play here. My rook is active. Yeah, I was saying
Sir, rook takes rook.
rook takes, rook takes.
Then rook to a7.
Rook to a7, attacking this pawn. Still, I'll play rook d2. So you'll be giving activity to the opponent. So here Carlsen did not go for takes. He brought this rook back to b1. Takes, 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 takes. It's still one pawn extra for black. And now Anand brings his rook to b8. So this feels like it's a drawish position because it's just two pieces on the board. But there's one major difference in the position. One is the pawn
Sir,
structure.
white's king will
Yeah, white's king is super active. So let's see if Carlsen is able to do anything with it. He takes the pawn. Material is now equal. But black's rook becomes active.
Rook d2.
Okay. Is it automatic or should we decide? Let's ask Vihan. What will you play here, Vihan? Oh. Alexa, stop. Silence.
Also white.
Then for black, how will black play rook d2? I mean, we're talking about Srikanth's rook d2, no? So what will you play for white here? There's a piece hanging, so of course for white. Ansh. Rook d2. How many of you want to play a rook c1? Okay, how many of you want to play rook d2? Others have not decided.
I want
Sir,
to
I decided.
Prayan, have you decided or not?
Sir.
Then why are you looking at others? Try to decide no
Sir,
first.
can I tell them?
What do you want to play?
Sir, rook d8 check.
You want to give a check. I move the king then?
And then bishop d1. But then you lose the
Interesting.
pawn.
Which pawn?
G2.
Oh, g2 pawn. Yeah.
Then we can play bishop h5.
Bishop h5, but it's defended, no? So there's no real threat.
Sir,
Yes, what will you play, Prayan?
sir, I'll play rook c1.
Okay, how many of you want to play rook c1? Only one person. Ved also want to play rook c1. Okay. So, if your heart is telling you to play rook d2, then your heart is not working properly. Why go on an unnecessary pin? Now your bishop is pinned. When will you unpin?
Rook d2, king e3, then bishop moves.
But then you will have no advantage, no? It's exchange of rooks. After that, what advantage? One bishop each.
They have double pawns.
Yeah, but yes, both are on white square, so I can defend it. And your king can come in, but I can play c5 and close everything. Once I play c5 in that bishop endgame, there's nothing for white to
I'm
do.
gonna go to
Yeah, sure. So this is an unnecessary pin. So we should of course consider both options before we play a move. So rook c1 is the correct move, and that's what Carlsen plays. So after rook c1, king f8, king e5, white king is jumping in.
So why couldn't Anand play rook, king g7 instead of...
Because the king is coming here, na? So shouldn't black come and stop this entry? White is about to get in here.
We can go there,
Where?
like g3 area, like g2, h3.
But this is like so long, na? The pawn will be taken here, and then this pawn will be weak. So that will be faster for white, na? So you got to stop this move. You cannot allow the white king to enter. So king e7. Now Magnus just drops back with the king. King d6, e5, king goes back. The difference here is in the activity of the kings. That's it.
King c4?
King c5, bishop d5. So that's there.
But then
But-
plus king, oh wait, no, the rook is there.
Rook is there. So first g4. Gain some space here. That's what Carlsen does. g4, bishop d5 anyway, and h4. Should black be afraid of what's happening on this side? Is there something to worry about? No. Anand is a little bit worried. He
Yes,
went
sir.
back with the king f8, and then king c5 and king g7. So bishop is defending this, king cannot cross this, and king is defending both the pawns. So black is kind of doing fine. Now the onus is on white, is to show why white is better.
King,
Is it better really? Is it worth a win?
king
That-
d6.
King d6. Let's see what he did after king g7. Yeah, he played king d6. But what's the point? Where is the king going?
The king was trying to go to the other.
Here.
Yeah.
But then what?
But then push.
Push the e pawn.
Like, no, king there.
Huh.
Then he moves.
Hmm.
King there.
Hmm.
He moves back.
No, he can also wait with the rook. He doesn't have to move his king out of the square. He can stay there.
Okay, then we play g5 together.
G5, take, you take, and then where is the strike going to happen? It's not clear where the king is, what the king is doing here, because f7 is protected well. But he keeps the king active there on d6. And here, now that the king is away, rook e2. Keeping the bishop tied down to the pawn. What should Magnus do? Free move, right? You have g5 for free, so takes. And now rook a3. What do you do now? After all this, activating the king, getting these pawns
Bishop
forward.
D1, Bishop D1, yeah.
Bishop d1, there's a problem, no?
What?
King will come in.
Wait. Bishop d1. Yeah, king g6. And the pawn will go.
No, then
King f5.
What?
King f5.
No, one second. Bishop
And
d1.
bishop f5.
After bishop d1, any objections to king g6? Black is better
Yes.
because you lose a nice pawn. And black's pieces are super active. So you're saying bishop f5. Then you lose this pawn.
So,
Yes, Neerav.
G6.
G6. Pawn takes.
So, bishop takes.
Bishop takes. King takes.
So then we push the pawn.
At the very least, I can give up my bishop back, no? At most, I can play. Wait, so let's see if that is worth a shot. You're giving up the pawn.
Instead of playing bishop
And
takes.
one second, bishop takes, king takes for the pass pawn. Is it worth it?
It's equal.
You will
What
be
equal?
down a pawn.
Not equal.
How is
I
it?
mean, black.
It's equal if bishop
So
takes.
you can take.
Bishop can take if there is
Then
any
you can
risk.
say A4
Black will
pawn
take.
also.
No, black will try to win this now. So first see if black can win. You're straight away going for equal. What equal? See if you can win the game. Then think about if there's no way to win. If it's risky, then you give up the bishop and make it a draw. So see if you can win this now. Why are we getting scared of a pawn that's 2 steps away?
There's king g7.
King g7, what does it do?
We're trying to go to f8.
But then e7 anyway, na?
Then king f7.
Then rook, okay. King d7.
Oh.
And then rook check
Then
is coming.
bishop e6.
Bishop e6, rook check.
Huh? So bishop e6 is coming with the check.
Oh, bishop e6 check here. Ah, oh, okay. So he's saying here, just make king g7 to come here. Can't you do better?
That's actually not a good idea.
No, you can just bring the rook back, no?
Yeah, rook back, yeah. Rook.
You're up a piece. So if pawn push, you bring the rook in.
So then king e7.
King e7, we bring the bishop.
No, we can play. So we
So-
can play. We can play king.
King there, rook check. You're in trouble.
Rook check.
So just bishop f7 and the pawn is stopped.
And then you could bring rook, king to f6.
King f6 is always check, so you have to be a little
No,
careful.
we can play king g7, king f8 now.
No, you can't play f8. Pawn is there. So you'll have to worry a little bit, but this has to be winning. Na? Anyway, we're going so far off track. So giving up the bishop just to at least have a draw is not worth it. Na? So let's go back. Bishop was here, pawn was here, but the idea is worth considering.
Can I continue?
Yeah, sure, anytime. So white was here, pawn was here.
So after pawn push, if pawn takes, then can't we directly push?
So sacrificing just a pawn for
So
the
what if we ignore
pass.
Yes.
the threat? So what if we ignore the threat?
No, there's no threat only, na? It's just
No,
pushing
black
the.
is that king takes the c3.
No, what if then we instead take the c?
Oh, you take here.
Yeah, what?
Here?
Ah, that's also there, but why not take the free pawn? Why are you getting scared of? Where was I think king was here? So to get the pass pawn, you're giving up a pawn.
Yeah.
But now,
But that's also free pawn there, sir.
where? Oh,
Sir,
this free
before
pawn.
before you took the g pawn, you could have taken the c pawn.
Ah, you
Nothing
can
will
take this.
happen. The bishop supporting the f pawn.
Okay, anyway, let's go back to that position. So g6 is definitely worth considering, either as a pawn sacrifice
So can I have
or as so 1 second, or as a bishop. I'll just make the next move and then I'll come there. Bishop to f1, giving up the a pawn. Yeah, let him come. So after rook takes, he's giving up the pawn. So Magnus Carlsen is now down by a pawn. From a position where he was up a pawn, he's now. Can you keep the pieces down? He's now
He
down
was
a
never
pawn.
up a pawn, sir.
Double pawns. I mean, black was up a. Wait, what? Oh, black is still up a pawn. Okay, black was up a pawn and he's still up a pawn. Correct. And now, Magnus is still down a pawn and he plays g6. Is it with. Ansh, please sit down. You have a seat here. Please sit down. What are you doing? Okay, so why did he play g6? So try to think about what happens next while I give water from here. No talking, please. So black is up by a pawn, that to a passed pawn. And Magnus did all of this because he was counting on g6. What is the purpose of g6? How does it give white an advantage? It's now like 1.5 advantage
If
for white.
black takes, then
Huh.
rook will come to g. G1.
Yeah, and if black does not take, then you will take, then you will take and you will push. So to create the pass pawn, black already has a pass pawn, but white's pass pawn is faster. So takes, Akavish is right, not push. Get your rook into the game. Rook to g8. Your piece is hanging. Bishop is hanging. That's not the time to
You
push.
would push if takes, then we play e7.
So you're saying give up the bishop.
Yeah.
Okay, push, pawn takes, e7. You're saying your piece is worth. Why you stop the pawn?
Rook f1.
Rook?
Rook even.
Rook e1.
F1.
You want to play rook to f1?
What?
Why?
King e6.
I'll just move my rook.
So rook
Then
e1.
rook takes f5.
I give a check.
Then
Then you down a
king
piece.
takes c6.
So rook
I
g1.
push my pawn. I keep pushing my pawn.
So rook g1.
Rook g1.
Yeah.
King f6. So there's no need to give up a piece. Giving up a piece is too much. When you have a comfortable position with a passed pawn, why do you want to give up a piece for that? You can anyway get the advantage right there, na? By playing rook g1 directly. The pawn was here.
So the rook was on a4.
Yeah, a3 it was. And white pawn was not there. Okay. So black took and now rook to g1 happened. King went to, after rook to g1, what did black play? Yeah, black moved the rook to a3. Rook takes pawn. King f7. So Magnus's idea was he has a passed pawn here. So black will have to give up a piece. And let's see what Anand did. Anand played. Wait 1 second.
So it's Carlsen.
It's Carlsen's move. Rook to f6 check. King to g7. King e7. He's not even pushing the pawn. The whole idea was to get the passed pawn, but he's not even pushing the pawn. Why?
Mate.
Yeah, he's going for mate with 3 pieces. Let's see if he's going to succeed. Anand just moves his rook away to get this pawn done. Why did he not take the pawn? He would have done the same thing like that, no?
No, but now you can go to king. Rook
Ha,
e7.
yeah, rook can come back also. That's the idea of playing rook to b3. Correct.
To save the.
Yeah. Now Carlsen starts with rook g6 check. King goes to h8. Only move. And now e6. Is it time for black to give up the bishop? What do you think, Ansh? If you give up the bishop, will black have a chance?
Oh. So I don't think so. Even if black gives up the piece.
Okay, so then don't give up the bishop, right? So what should black do, guys?
Push.
Yeah, push the pawn. a4. So now it's sort of a race.
King f8, right?
King f8, rook check.
Sir, the pawn can't push because the king is blocked.
Which? Yeah. So that's why he wants to move the king
Yes,
f6.
Wait.
The king f6.
Oh, that pawn is big.
But isn't black faster?
That's what I'm thinking. But if
And
he
you
goes
can't
to,
even come
but
back.
if he goes to king f8, there's a mate threat for rook g8.
No, but king f8, rook check. I
Sir,
won't let
king
your king stay.
f6.
King f6. King f6, I just keep pushing.
Sir, I push.
You push. I bring my rook back.
So king f6.
So then I put my king to f7.
So king
I
f6
push
is a bad
again.
move.
Why is king f6 a bad move?
Oh, sorry, king f6 is a good move. After what do you do after king f6?
So right now it is white's turn, right?
Ah.
So king f6, yeah? I push.
Then I'll play rook h6,
Rook h6, king g8,
bishop h7.
king f8.
Then I will play bishop c2, threatening mate.
I'll give a check over here. My rook is where was my rook? Here
There.
only, okay.
Yeah.
So you are saying
King f8.
king f6.
Sorry, f6.
If I push, you're playing
Rook h6.
rook h6, king moves, bishop check, king moves, and bishop to c2.
Yeah.
And the mate is unstoppable.
No.
Or I give up my rook.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's winning. So that means I cannot push then.
So,
1 second, let's go back to that position.
So why
Bishop
can't
was-
we play
Huh.
in that position? Why can't
Yes,
we
sir.
play king to f7? The king was on h8.
King was on h8.
In this position directly, king was here.
So what was
King f6.
King
One
f6.
second.
King f6. Check. So
King
then-
f6, yeah.
King
King
f7.
goes to f7, then rook b7.
So
You'll
but-
push, you'll be in a pin, and my pawn will keep
So how
going.
do you push
So
the
king
pawn?
f6 is a little bit better. That's what Carlsen plays. King to f6, pawn push,
Oh,
rook h6. King goes to g8. Are we seeing the same line that Srikanth has been telling us? Bishop h7. King moves. And now, will Srikanth play bishop c2?
I will play.
But he would be
The
in trouble
bishop
after that
g6
because after king g8, if you take, it will be a rook versus 2 pass pawns. So the end of the line is not correct.
Sir, bishop g6.
Bishop g6 threatening mate. But then I'll come back, no? So where
No,
is
no, no. After bishop g6, e7, 8, bishop f7.
Oh,
check.
actually, the king went to h8 actually. He didn't go to f8. Why did he? Because e7, no? Simple win. Just e7, king moves and then check, he promote. So he can't go to f8 because of e7. So he went to h8. Now where is the win?
Now,
So just push.
Push the e pawn.
No,
Comes
so
back.
bishop to c2.
Bishop to c2. That's
Sir,
the-
bishop g6.
Bishop c2,
Nobody
king goes
wants
back.
from
Sir,
the
bishop
You can't
g6.
take on the rook.
Sir, bishop g6.
Bishop g6, king g8.
Sir, then
Wait, sir.
Sir,
Bishop
bishop-
c8.
Let Arya finish.
sir, then bishop f7.
Bishop f7, king f8.
Sir, rook
Yeah,
h8.
that's it. That's what happened.
What?
Bishop to g6, only moves king g8 and then just bishop f7.
Force mate.
Oh, yeah.
And here there's no way to stop anything, it just mate.
But instead, even if the line were back, I know it's unnecessary.
Bishop c2. Huh?
Yeah.
I move the king.
I take.
You take, I take back. Wait. Yeah, I take back.
Then I play e7.
Bishop f7.
Then I play.
You will be up a bishop and rook, right? No, you will be up a rook, but I'll have 2 pawns. Ha, that will be problem. I think that's winning for black.
Yes, sir.
2 pawns on the 6th or 3rd rank is better than a rook. So anyway, he doesn't need all of this. Just bishop g6, king went here, and then with the bishop, king and rook, he was able to win. So Anand resigned here, and this.
Why?
Anybody remember this tournament like this? Nobody. No one.
So, Tat.
Yeah, it was
Tata Steel. I know that
not
Tata
Tata Steel.
Steel.
This is Tech Mahindra tournament. It was a team tournament.
Tata IPL.
Global Chess League, GCL. Anyway, last